Ruchit Jain, equity technical analyst, Angel Broking, is now joining us. Ruchit, good afternoon. Did you expect this sort of a rally in the last 10 days? And now that this has happened, do you believe upsides have opened for Nifty?
Very good afternoon, Pankaj. This up move is quite on expected lines, Pankaj. If you just recollect, since last couple of weeks, we were talking about that positive divergence which had created at lower levels in Nifty and RSI. So, that itself was a sign that the 50% retracement of the entire up move, which was around 7,900, had acted as a very good support. Definitely last three trading sessions also, if you observe, although 8,200 was acting as a resistance, but the market breadth was quite positive. So usually whenever we see that the index remains sideways and the market is the breadth is positive, that generally leads to a continuation of the up move. So that's what we have seen today after gap up opening of that 8,200 levels. Now going ahead, although 82.75, 82.80 is a minor resistance where we are trading right now, because it was the intermediate high which was formed around in the second week of December. But the way market breadth is panning out, Pankaj, we believe that it's just a matter of time where this resistance too would be taken out, and Nifty probably would head further higher from here on towards 8,370. So clearly, those who have created long positions, we are not advising to book any kind of profits over here. Probably, I think the long position should still be held on. On the higher side, 8,370, 75 could be seen in very short term.
Right. Let's talk about the mid-cap space, as there a lot of action is happening. Let's start with DLF. DLF is now at the day's high. It's around 127. What is your view on DLF?
The real estate pack too in this up move has done quite well. If you observe, then 118 was acting as a resistance in the DLF earlier. Almost 1.5 months the stock was in a consolidation phase where 118 was a resistance, but the moment it gave a breakout of that 118 levels, the volume started coming in, and this up move definitely has been backed up by very good volumes if we compare to with the volumes in the consolidation phase. So I think we could see further up move in the real estate space. DLF has minor resistance around 127, but I think once this is crossed on a closing basis, we can see levels up to 135. Within the real estate space itself, SDIL, in fact, we could see some sort of good up move in SDIL also. This stock has not moved higher in line with what we have seen the momentum in DLF and Indiabulls real estate in last couple of days. But 65, once 64.5, 65 levels are crossed, we can see some good traction coming in with for targets around 71, 72. So I think from trading perspective, SDIL offers a better trading opportunity. You can go long above 64.5, 65, and on the high side 72, 71 could be seen in very short term.
Right, but overall real estate pack is looking strong. It's not fallen this time.
Yes, Pankaj, but if we see the last 3 months, the way corrective move has been seen in this sector, the correction was very sharp. So, and usually these are all high beta counters. Take it DLF, Indiabulls real estate, SDL. These are not low beta counters. So whenever we see such sharp corrections in the high beta counters, the next pullback rallies is definitely generally tends to be very sharp also. So we can expect that this pullback move too would be sharp. As of now, it's very early to say whether it's a change of trend and again the previous uptrend has been resumed. So one should not assume that the uptrend has been started in the real estate sector. But definitely this pullback rally definitely is going to be a much large due to the sharp correction that we had seen in last couple of months. So one should consider it as a pullback move only, but with the pullback move also would be sharp, and I think on the upsides could be seen at least 8 to 10% further from current levels.
Ruchit, let's talk about the banking space. Yes Bank is right now the top gainer. Do you think banks have given a breakout, or it could be because of the weekly expiry of Bank Nifty?
Yes, Pankaj, if we see the Bank Nifty chart itself, then in this recent up move of last 6 to 7 trading sessions, definitely the Bank Nifty has underperformed the overall market. But now the way large cap stocks have panned out in today's trading session, it seems that now going ahead the Bank Nifty would play a catch up rally, and in next few trading sessions we may see some outperformance coming on in the Bank Nifty and its components. So amongst the large cap, the private sector space, definitely as we spoke about Yes Bank has given a breakout of a falling trend line resistance today. So I think the stock now in the near term could head higher towards 1270. Last 3.5 months, this stock has corrected from its high of 1400 levels, and during the correction, after post correction, the 200-day simple moving average has acted as a very good support for the stock. So we can see at least 50% retracement of this entire corrective move of last 3.5 months, which is coming around 1270. So I think next few trading sessions itself, since today even volumes are quite good on this breakout, so I think it won't take much time, but at least in next 4 to 5 trading sessions, we can expect an up move up to 1270 in this stock.
Any other banking names looking interesting?
Yeah, apart from this, Kotak Bank is one of the stock which is trading at its crucial support zone. Although in today's trading session the stock has not done much and has corrected in last few days, but the way it's trading at its medium to long term support zone, we can expect a pullback move in Kotak Bank to in next few trading sessions. One can go long in Kotak Bank, in fact around current levels itself, keeping a stop loss below 684, and you can expect levels around 730 coming in. Although it would be a pullback rally itself, but I think taking the next few trading sessions where Bank Nifty could be outperforming, I think the private sector banks would be the very sweet spot to go long into at current levels.
Any view on Just Dial? It's up 16% today.
Well, it's I think apart from today's rally, if we observe the stock, then definitely it's a high, low top, low bottom structure formation. And generally, the way the prices have corrected in last 6 months, definitely it would change. It would require a lot of buying momentum to come in to change the entire trend of the stock. So I would term it as a pullback rally as of now. Definitely the today's up move has been supported with very good volumes, but unless we see a structure of high top, high bottom getting formed into the stock again, this rally should be used as an opportunity to exit. On the high side, 413 to 415 is where the next resistance is coming in, which is 89 EMA on the daily charts, which has acted as a resistance in every pullback move in this downtrend. So in next 2 to 3 trading sessions, we can expect up to 413 to 415 levels in this stock, but definitely not the stock where we would like to create any long positions after today's up move.
Let's talk about JSW Steel. It's up 6.7%.
Yes, Pankaj, similarly, what we spoke about Yes Bank, more or less same chart structure in JSW Steel too. The stock was in an uptrend till the month of September. We had seen formation of high top, high bottom structure, but post September, last 4 months, the stock has definitely shown some sort of correction. And after correction, the stock has retraced up to its 200-day simple moving average, which was around 150, 155. Post the adjustment which we have seen yesterday. And in today's session, if we observe, then this entire corrective move which has taken place in last 3-4 months, the prices have given breakout of that falling trendline resistance of that correction. So I think this stock probably has resumed its broader degree uptrend. We are expecting on the upside the stock to head higher towards 182 or 185 levels in this week itself.
In terms of some of the other names, Hindustan Zinc is up 4%. Any view on that?
Yes, even metal sector seems to have shown a good positive momentum today, and even this entire up move has been led by very good volumes. As far as Hind Zinc is concerned, 245, 250 is a very strong support zone for the stock. I think it's been last 3 years, where last 1.5, 2 years at least, where I can see on the charts wherein the high top, high bottom structure is still continuing in this stock. And in this entire up move, in this entire uptrend which we have seen, the 89 days EMA is one of the moving average which has acted as support on every corrective decline. Even last week the stock was trading around those levels which was coming in 245, 250 range. So this indicates that this was just a corrective action which has I think is completed around 245, 250 support, and this probability the stock should head higher further from current levels and could also resume its broader degree uptrend again, head higher towards 284, 285, which was the earlier all-time highs. So quite positive on this stock. One should continue with the long positions if anyone has, by keeping a stop loss below the recent lows of 242, and the stock could again reach higher up to its all-time highs of 280, 285 range.
Right. In terms of pharma names, any stocks that you like?
Okay, not a sector as a whole, because recently we have seen much underperformance in this entire sector. Although along with the other along with the markets, the stocks have shown a pullback rally, but only if the only stock that I have to select to trade in the stock, that would be Cipla, and the only reason for trading in the Cipla would be the outperformance within the sector which we have seen in this stock. Definitely, it has been consolidation phase in last 1.5 months, but it has outperformed the entire sector where other stocks have corrected significantly. This stock has been managing to hold on at higher levels quite good. So if the stock manages to go above 590, I think good pullback move could be expected around 615, 616 levels. So I'm not much positive on the entire sector, but for a stock specific move, one can expect some good upside momentum coming in Cipla in next few days.
In terms of names like Titan, PC Jewelers, any sort of momentum that you're seeing? Some of these stocks have done like 15-16% in the last week.
Well, Pankaj, the thing is that these stocks have already shown quite a good positive momentum in the last few days, and generally whenever such breakouts are there of the previous resistances, we usually like to trade breakouts after a consolidation rather than trading a breakout after 10 to 15% of up move. So not very positive on this stock, although along with the markets, I think this stock could, we have seen some good up move coming in the mid cap segment, which may extend for next few trading sessions further. These stocks too may participate, but I'm not expecting any significant up move in PC Jewelers as well as Titan. Titan has good resistance around 365, 370 range, where again 200 days simple moving average would be coming in, and even PC Jewelers already has shown a good positive momentum in last few trading sessions. And the previous corrective move which was there in PC Jewelers, there were a lot of gap down openings, and those were breakaway gaps. So those gaps on this pullback rallies would be acting as a resistances now. So already some good amount of traction or some up move has been seen in this stock, and not expecting any significant up move from current levels. So I think this up move is a good opportunity now to book profits or exit from the long positions in PC Jewelers as well as Titan.
IOC is at the day's high 352, recently was up 6% day before. You think oil marketing companies are looking extremely strong going into this result season?
Yes, Pankaj, the high top, high bottom structure in OMCs, HPCL, BPCL, IOC still continues. In fact, IOC, as you said, day before yesterday, it was up by 6%, and this is one of the stock which has breached its October highs also. And the volumes too on this up move are supporting the up move. So I think outperformance would be there in IOC going ahead, and the entire sector as a whole would continue to trade with positive bias.
Right, and would you want to buy even now, or just wait for a correction and then buy?
I think the way structure is panning out, it's a high top, high bottom structure. So you should always be buying on dips in such kind of stocks. So as I said, the October highs in IOC, which were around 330, 332 range, that was a earlier resistance which has been broken out. So I think I would not like to get in the stock at current levels, but any kind of dips and dip comes and again the stock tests its previous resistance breakouts of 330, 335 range, that would be used as a buying opportunity. Existing shareholders who have bought it from trading as well as investment perspective, they should continue to ride on this trend.
Ruchit, thank you so much for taking out time for us.